Hello and welcome everyone on episode 3 of Alfaaz UNCUT, a podcast series by Alfaaz, the Literary Society of USME. I'm your host, Shreyank, and today we have two fun loving, super friendly professors with us. We have Ratnam ma'am and Varsha ma'am joining us for this episode. Ma'ams, thank you all for taking your time and agreeing to do this. This is very sporting of you.
Okay, Shang, thank you. Let's
All
start
right.
then.
Yes. All right, Ratnam ma'am, my first question is for you only. So,
Okay.
with 2020 and the situations, everyone has had a very tough year, and we've all
Hmm.
spent more times in our homes with our families. So,
Right.
what is that one thing that you find very annoying or difficult about staying at home?
Actually, staying at home for a very long itself is very annoying for me. So I always like going out, even if I'm going to my office. That is enough for me. But like to go out every day, and this lockdown just compelled me to stay at home and do all that stuff which I never liked to do. So I'm doing cleaning, I'm doing cooking, I'm doing everything that I never liked to do. Yes, I did, but without my you know my interest, right? So
Right.
now this lockdown, the annoying thing was staying at home, but now it's more annoying that I have started liking all these stuff. So I started liking cooking, and that is like something very surprising for my whole family. So
Right.
nowadays my new task is to cook a good dish, click a photo and send it to my family group and get lots of appraisals. Oh ho, Ratnam ne banana shuru kar diya. That's what is something going
It's
on.
very different for my age group right now because in the beginning of the lockdown, everyone started कि आज मैंने ये बनाया, आज मैंने वो बनाया. People started
Mhm.
uploading it to their YouTube channels, and now everyone is bored कि अब मैं थक गया हूँ, अब college वापस खोलो.
Same here, same here. I think Varsha ma'am will also agree. She also wants the college to open now. Is it?
Uh, I think being cooped up in a place for long, and if you don't know that, if you don't realize it, I'm sorry, if there's no restriction as such, maybe I would stay at home for say 2 or 3 months at a time, and I wouldn't go out. But as soon as you realize that there is a restriction and you can't go out, then you try to think of all those reasons when you would like to go out. And nothing much, but sometimes one feels the need to decompress, just get away from the situation. So initially it was very difficult to move away, but then I tried to do a lot of things. I tried walking up the terrace, and which actually made me climb the stairs, something I never did in 4 years of living in the same place. So
Hmm.
I walked up the terrace, and yes, I mean, obviously the mind adapts. So now, as my colleague Ratnam also mentioned, I also have begun to like this phase. This has given me a chance to reconnect with family, reconnect with the kids. And I'm in double minds actually. I would love for the college to open and I would really like to get back to the old routine. But at the same time, I would I don't want the college to open also because I'm also liking this place.
I just started going to main campus for the admission process. And I would agree with Varsha ma'am that yes, we always wanted the college to open. But now, as we started doing up down, now we want rest again. So, if we compare these two situations, I think sitting at home is much better.
And this
I
conflicting view does exist because at one point I'm like कि अच्छा आज 9 o'clock class है. I can comfortably wake up at 8:45 a.m. I can
Yes.
sit comfortably, attend class at 9 and then again go eat garam garam khana. But फिर
Mm.
I'm like yeah no, I miss my friends, I miss the traveling. So that I think is a constant conflict in our minds. So again, talking about these double, views,
Neha,
ma'am,
are you sure you miss the traveling?
I don't miss the traveling, but I miss the, places I used to go when I was, traveling. Like if I'm traveling from my home, which is in West Delhi, to college, there is a whole metro line in the middle, and I can stop anywhere and explore a new thing that I haven't done earlier.
Mm.
So that randomness, I guess that is
Yeah,
also.
that the spontaneous, जैसे वो movies में दिखाते हैं ना, that spontaneous college life. where you
Mm-hmm.
do whatever you want. I think at some point we've all had that moment ki, acha, ab, I have that independence where I can
I
try
think
things that
that
I have
only
never done.
your present generation has got that spontaneity and that randomness. Even when we were in college, I never got it, I'm sure. In
Same here, same here, same here.
your
Uh,
generation
there
has
was,
got this flexibility. We never had this.
हाँ घर से कॉलेज कॉलेज से घर
And if you had to go and meet a friend, then you had to take a prior approval. And then in some cases, our parents would also call their parents, all kinds of checks and all those things.
That's still prevalent. ये तो मैं वैसे मेट्रो में बोल रहा हूँ, but you will not believe it. I'm 21 years of age, and even today, my mom is like कि उसका number दो, उसकी मम्मी का number दो. Where are you going? What time will
Yes,
you be back? So I think that's and both of you are also parents, so I'm sure you relate to
No,
this. कि,
I'm still
oh, I'm
not.
so sorry. I'm
Please,
so sorry.
that's
Oh
okay,
my God.
that's okay.
I'm so sorry, ma'am.
But I would love to be, but I'm still not. वर्षा
Ma'am.
ये तो मजाक ही हो गया
अरे ma'am, sorry.
hey, it's okay.
चलो
See, all this will get edited, right, Shreyank?
Yes, ma'am. If you wanted to, ma'am.
नहीं I have no problem
It's okay.
even if it's not edited.
Right. So, ma'am, Varsha, ma'am, like you said that घर से college and college से घर. And when we were researching for this podcast, we had to look at your profile. You've done CSE and you've also done MBA, and you're also in the teaching profession now. And all three of these are very, appreciated. So, what we just want to know what you were like in your college life. Were you the topper of the class, or were you always the backbencher in your class? What was your college life like?
See, I basically did my engineering from a not very well known college in Punjab. And there was always a lot of emphasis, let me say, on academics. I was quite good in various extracurricular activities and extempores and debates in school and college. But there was a healthy appreciation of academics. I mean, there was nothing like, you have to score XYZ. There was no pressure per se. But I was okay in academics. And I'm not actually the topper or anything. There were many nerds, and some of my classmates even termed me as a nerd for that matter. But I would say yes, I was more inclined towards academics. But then we would only study, quite frankly, just the week before the exams or the week before the class tests. And I did top my college once, but then I was also into lots of extracurriculars, say badminton or lots or any other extempore activity and all that. Yes, so college was a very interesting phase because what actually prompted me to do an MBA was that I didn't get any admission in in any college which I wanted to get for my undergraduate. So then one way of consoling myself was that I would do my postgraduate degree only if I get into a good college. And the MBA just happened because somewhere along the line I realized while somewhere in the third or the fourth year, I felt that an MBA is an interesting option, mainly because they had verbal ability, and at that time CAT had verbal ability and data interpretation, and I like to believe that I'm quite comfortable in these fields. So I
Right.
thought I would give the CAT. And the first time I gave the CAT was when I was in the third year, and that was a disaster. So I don't like to remember that. But then I did study a bit for it, and got through my for MBA in the at IIT Madras. And then I thought, yes, this is a good institute with a good record, and so I thought I'll do my MBA there. MBA happened, then I worked in a couple of firms, and then gradually then everything happens at a time, right? अभी आप लोगों को तो फिर भी आप बोलते हो कि हमारी choice and all that. आज मतलब when at when I was at your age, we never questioned back. So my parents were like, okay, I've done all this. So now the next option is obviously marriage. So that happened. And then gradually, obviously, motherhood came calling. And then at that point, I felt that, I should let this take a backseat for a time being. So
Right.
so that took my career took a backseat then, and then let's say that this opportunity came along, and then here we are.
How nice, ma'am. It's so, so reassuring to hear that it's okay to sort of be uncertain at times too.
But
Because
like
now
you're
that
always
we,
uncertain. You're always
right,
uncertain.
because now though, ma'am, like you said, the CAT pattern is probably, I mean, it's different, of course. The subjects are still same, verbal ability and math and data interpretation. But now, as long as you don't square a 99 percentile, you don't get what is termed as, tier one. Or even in, say, our school life, earlier you used to get a 70% and, your whole family would be so happy. But we
No,
just saw
families are
yesterday.
never happy. Especially extended ones.
Right. They to ma'am, of course. They always want to know what's wrong in your life.
Exactly.
Yes. And now we are seeing cutoffs as high as 100%, which is, I mean, I really don't know as a student how I feel about that. So
I
that
don't
is
know either.
actually
I never understood that 100 percentile thing myself, but I was never able to do it, so don't know.
all right, ma'am. Ratna ma'am, what was your favorite college memory? Something that always lights up your face whenever you think about it.
I can't tell you one memory because I have so many memories in my mind and all are very special for me. I did my graduation from my hometown. You all are aware, I guess. So, my graduation and post graduation, I just mentioned it was like college, college to ghar to college.
Right,
And I did nothing adventurous during that time period. I belong to a family where there is a very good academic, uh, environment. So I was always thinking about excelling in the academics. So मैं वो स्टूडेंट हुआ करती थी अपने कॉलेज में इन ग्रेजुएशन आई एम जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट ग्रेजुएशन बिकॉज माय good times in college started when I started doing my MPhil. So I'm talking about my undergrad for now when I was
right,
doing it from my own hometown. So that time मेरे लिए सिर्फ ये इम्पोर्टेंट था कि जैसे मेरी सभी सिस्टर्स पढ़ने में बहुत अच्छी हैं और वो हमेशा अपने अपने फील्ड में एक्सेल करती हैं सो आई हैव टू डू दैट सो दिस वाज द ओनली इंस्पिरेशन दैट आई स्टार्टेड studying very well and I topped my graduation. I topped my post graduation also. Okay. Then
wow.
a big transformation took place in my life. तो मैं वो
Ratnam
स्टूडेंट
party.
थी उस समय ग्रेजुएशन नहीं वो बीत गया उसके आगे की कहानी सुनो ट्रेजिक है ठीक है तो एक्चुअली उस समय मतलब वो था कि मुझसे बात लोग कम करते थे क्योंकि उनको लगते थे पढ़ाकू है बहुत पढ़ाकू है तो मेरे बहुत दोस्त नहीं होते थे ग्रेजुएशन पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन में
हाँ,
then
same
I
here.
came to Delhi and I joined this JNU, right? वहां से मेरी थोड़ी फन लाइफ शुरू हुई सबसे पहले तो फनी मेरे साथ ये हो गया कि आई वाज टॉपर इन माय पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन एंड व्हेन आई जॉइन जेएनयू सडनली असलियत सामने ये आई कि आई वाज द सेकंड लास्ट स्कोरर ऑफ माय बैच in my first semester. I just got 5.5 CGPA because there was a lot of transformation that took place in my style of studying, you can say. I was completely into textbook studies when I was there in my graduation and post graduation. And Jawaharlal Nehru University gave me a new way of looking into academics. So that transformation was very important for my life because I was too much into textbooks. And then I came out of it. और फिर वहां से मेरा ये दो बहुत ही अच्छा समय शुरू हुआ एक ये कि आई स्टार्टेड लुकिंग एकेडमिक्स फ्रॉम अ वेरी डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव एंड आई स्टार्टेड एंजॉइंग अभी तक तो प्रेशर में था सब सब आगे है मुझे भी आगे आना है नाकनी कटानी है सो फ्रॉम जेएनयू आई स्टार्टेड एंजॉइंग स्टडीज और वहां पे मेरा एक बड़ा फ्रेंड सर्कल बना एंड मेमोरी अगर कहो तो मेमोरी सिर्फ यही सबसे अच्छी मेरे लाइफ में रही है कि व्हेन आई एंटर्ड जेएनयू आई लिव्ड माय लाइफ टू the extent I wanted to live and the environment, the greenery and the friend circle that I had in JNU every day and every night, I must say, because JNU has a very has nahi kahenge, had a very good nightlife. Now most of the things have been changed now, so that
Right.
uh, memory is like whole day and whole night was each and every day and each and every night was a good memory for me.
How nice, ma'am. I am a student of your class. And is that where you
Okay.
get your teaching skills also from? Because I have often seen you, go, keep the textbook aside and read this particular thing or know about this particular thing. कि ये understanding के लिए बहुत अच्छा है.
Yes, there is one line which I always heard from my professors in JNU कि मतलब तुम पढ़ाओ नहीं बच्चों को, उन्हें पढ़ना सिखाओ, बार बार बोलते थे. तो ये मैंने काफी इस चीज को समझा कि केवल पढ़ा देना इज नॉट इनफ. इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट, बट इट इज नॉट इनफ. बट इफ यू जस्ट let student understand how to study, so sometimes when you are not there in your life to support them, they themselves do very good in academics and they make their own ways. So that is something which always inspired me, and I do that in my class. And
Right.
that's why I go for the textbook studies first, and then I try कि भाई आप लोगों को थोड़ा सा textbook से बाहर भी निकाल करके थोड़ा बताएं कि और क्या चीजें हैं.
मैम
That
आपने ये
happens.
अभी
Yes.
बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल बात बोली कि योर होल फ्रेंड सर्कल एंड द कॉलेज
Yeah.
लाइफ इन जनरल वाज वेरी ब्यूटीफुल कि इट्स डिफिकल्ट टू पिन पॉइंट इवन वन मेमोरी.
Yes,
So,
yes. Every
so
day,
ma'am,
every night was
this one
beautiful.
question for both of you. कि often, our parents also say sometimes, and you hear it from other people, कि college की दोस्ती
Mhm.
सिर्फ college तक ही रहती है या college में इतने अच्छे दोस्त नहीं बन पाते. So, is that true? Do you, from your experience, do you think it's true, and do you think it's something that should be kept in mind?
नहीं, नॉट इन माय केस. मेरा तो कॉलेज के जो स्टूडेंट्स रहे हैं, मेरे फ्रेंड्स, वो आज तक स्टे कर रहे हैं मेरी लाइफ में. और हमारे टाइम के जो दोस्त बने हैं, पता नहीं मैं ये हमारे टाइम क्यों बोलती हूँ, बहुत पुराना जनरेशन नहीं है मेरा. लेकिन फिर भी आई वुड से कि ग्रेजुएशन, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन बहुत गिने चुने दोस्त रहे और एक बड़ा बिग फ्रेंड सर्कल बना जेएनयू में. लेकिन वो आज तक ए टू जेड ईच एंड एवरी फ्रेंड इज स्टिल माय फ्रेंड. हाँ, कुछ अपने शादी ब्याह में बिजी हो गए, कुछ अपने फैमिली को देखने लग गए, लेकिन आज भी अगर हम उन्हें कॉल बैक करते हैं आफ्टर 2 years ऑल्सो, वी टॉक लाइक एज इफ वी मेट yesterday. सो मेरे पे स्टे है, कॉलेज लाइफ खत्म नहीं हुई है, सभी के सभी अभी तक हैं.
Oh, nice. Varsha ma'am, do you think this is
एंड
true?
वर्षा.
Actually, no, and I don't want to, spoil the fun because I don't think so actually. I feel you make friends, it's good, and what happens is you meet a lot of people in school. At least that's what happened in my case. So I just speak from my experience. You meet a lot of people in school and college at various walks in life, and you make good friends. But somehow I have never made, how do I put it, long lasting friends. They're there. If you call them, they'll speak to you for a couple of minutes or so. But the that strong bond that forms, that is with a very select few. Actually, I can actually count them on one hand. Maybe it's because I'm more of an introvert. Maybe it's due to my personality or something. But I do believe that friends are someone who can, who come in your life, and some of them are there. Maybe when you're receptive enough, you make really good friends. But I would still say that बहुत कम फ्रेंडशिप्स हैं जो ओवर अ लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम चलती है. एटलीस्ट मेरे लिए तो नहीं, ऐसा नहीं हुआ है. um More or less what sticks with you is your family and your immediate family. They are the ones who are always there for you. Not to discount friends, friends are obviously there and friends are very important, but for me it would be my family above all.
All right. Yes, I think that's a befitting answer from both of you. Because मतलब
या.
दोनों ही बहुत important aspects of life है, and oftentimes in my age group I
नहीं,
see.
absolutely true that family is the only thing that always stays with you, ठीक है, in every circumstance. But that's also true that how you are maintaining your relations with your
Right.
friends is also important. सो मैं इतनी एक्सट्रोवर्ट हूँ कि मैं पीछा छोड़ने नहीं देती मतलब इफ यू आर फॉरगेटिंग मी इट्स ओके, आई एम नॉट एबल टू फॉरगेट यू, आई विल कॉल यू, आई विल ऑलवेज स्टे विद यू। तो ये मेरे
No,
साथ
but
थोड़ा रहा है, इसीलिए शायद आज तक रहे हैं लोग
no, that is
साथ
good,
में।
Ratnam. If that
हाँ,
is, if you know, I don't know why I'm interrupting.
वर्षा मैं तुम्हारा पीछा नहीं छोड़ूंगी
No, I don't mean it that way. I don't mean it that way. I mean it that अगर आप if you even if you want to be in contact, right? And I'm just saying this in general terms. You would try once, you would try twice, you would try thrice, and then you would let it go, right? Because the other person has moved on. You wouldn't want to keep on interrupting, and it does happen. ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर आपको कोई बहुत आपको लगता है कि कोई आपका बहुत अच्छा फ्रेंड हो, it doesn't happen that way. And I have seen some, some of my friends, they don't appreciate if the other person doesn't call them back or if the other person is not available, but everyone gets busy in their own life. Everyone has their own, let's say, own problems and own skeletons in the closet to deal with, for that matter, and it's perfectly natural.
या
Right. Right. Because again, in my age group also, I see they say, of course, you two have had experiences, and now you two are, I would say, you are in a place where you are guiding other small lifelings. But in my age group, what I see is people find it very difficult to manage between their friends and family. But this one thing that you said, that
ओके,
family always stays, is a very,
यस,
it's a thing to keep in mind always.
Yeah, yes.
हम्म।
Right. So, ma'am, moving on now. Okay, Ratna ma'am, one tip about being in Varsha ma'am's class.
वर्षा मैम्स क्लास, वर्षा फंसा दिया श्याम नहीं, I would attend one day Varsha's class, then I will answer this
All
question.
right, ma'am. Okay, all right. Uh, ma'am, now if you are okay, let's have a small rapid fire round
What
for
was
both
this
of you.
then?
Okay.
मैम दिस तो ऐसे ही थोड़ा कॉलेज के बारे में गॉसिप.
You fire your questions and don't expect us to be very rapid on
Alright,
that.
so ma'am, I have 5 questions for both of you. Okay, so let's go
मतलब one by one or
one by one,
simultaneously?
one by one.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
so
Ask
let's be.
Varsha first.
Who? Sorry.
Can I ask Varsha
Okay,
first?
ma'am.
I need to
रत्नम ये
learn how to
पूरी
ask.
तैयारी के साथ आए हैं, पता है इन्होंने हमें नहीं बताया,
हाँ,
बट इनकी पूरी तैयारी है.
कोई बात नहीं, हम भी बच के निकल रहे हैं बहुत जगह से वर्षा, डोंट वरी।
Hmm.
Okay, Varsha ma'am, let's start. Uh, Major difference you find between morning and afternoon class?
Actually, my answers doesn't count over here, but afternoon, I am always worried my daughter will wake up after a nap.
Oh, how cute. Okay, best book you've ever read?
The Seven Habits of Highly Successful People by Stephen Ralph Covey. Follow it.
Wow, okay. Uh, the dumbest question a student has ever asked you?
Um, it happened in I guess one of my initial classes. My student actually had a water bottle right on his bench, and she asked me, "Can I drink water?" I mean, obviously, I'll let you drink water.
Okay. If not a teacher, what profession would you choose?
Oh, maybe the IAS.
All right. One thing you would like to change about the college?
Nothing actually. ऐसे तो आप बहुत सारी changes बता सकते हो, but it's okay as it is. It's the infrastructure is quite good. I wouldn't, except maybe the location, yes.
All
I feel that this is a bit more on towards the polluted side. That is just my 2 cents.
right. Okay. I think, ma'am, you've performed wonderfully in this round. Okay, Ratna,
I
ma'am,
hope
your
so.
chance now.
Okay, but I'll
Okay.
take time, I know.
All right, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. What is the one thing in your bucket list that you wish to do before you die?
Before I die.
Yeah,
Why
one.
are you asking one thing? I have so many things at a time to
Ma'am,
do.
any
I have so
one
many
thing that you
wishes.
just really love and you want to do.
I don't have one thing, but I would like to mention one thing. Yes, I want to have a good world tour with my husband.
All right.
That is what I'm wishing to do before I die.
All right. Uh, has it ever happened that your family is having a, very nice discussion at home and you have to give
Hmm.
a lecture, so you just have to run from that conversation?
Every time, every day. It happens every day. Most of the time, it happens that कई बार तो ऐसा भी है, it's not only about family. Sometimes there are guests who have entered my house without any prior information. We guests always come without prior information. So uh, this happened that guests were sitting. I served them something and I asked them to wait for some time. I'll take the class. I'll come back and join you. So that happened with me. So it's not only with the family. With the family, it happens almost every day. Although I don't have a big family for now, abhi ke liye, क्योंकि I'm staying only with my husband.
Right.
But when I stay with my sisters also who are residing in Delhi only, and they have family big families also. So I stay with them for 2 days, 3 days. तो मैं वहां जब होती हूँ तो ये सीन बहुत होता है.
आई कैन इमेजिन मैम,
ठीक
क्योंकि
है,
हम तो
दिस
क्लास लेते हुए कितने टाइम मेरी फैमिली बीच में आके कुछ डिस्कशन करने लग जाती है एंड आई हैव टू पुश देम आउट ऑफ द रूम दैट आई एम इन द मिडल ऑफ क्लास.
इनिशियली व्हेन आई यूज्ड टू ओपन माय कैमरा तो आई वाज ऑलवेज स्कैर्ड कि कब कब कौन किस हालत में पीछे से गुजरेगा. तो इसलिए फिर मैंने फिर कैमरा ऑफ करने का कुछ दिन तक प्रोसीजर रखा, फिर बाद में कैमरा मेरा वर्क करना ही बंद कर दिया, तो बहुत अच्छा हुआ.
Okay. Uh, if not a teacher, what profession would you take?
If not teacher, uh, with my liking, I would go in some creative work, either painting, singing, or dancing. All that is my, matlab, I am fond of doing all
Is
these
is
things,
that is that
and
something
I
you?
did.
Her
I
sing
did.
now. Shreyank,
Yes, ma'am.
please make her sing. No, we should also hear. Yeah.
No, 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 please, no, don't do that. ये podcast जब telecast होगा फिर वही बन जाएगा मेरा कि अब अभी इधर गाओ अभी उधर गाओ, नहीं नहीं ये रहने दो.
Okay, ma'am. Is this something you considered while you chose to be the faculty coordinator of both the dance and the music society?
Yes, you can say that. I was willing to look into these societies. I was very willing to do that because somehow I see when my students perform, I feel very happy. So sometimes I feel that I am enjoying more than they are enjoying doing practices.
How
So
nice.
मैं करती थी, बहुत बहुत मन से मैंने ये दोनों सोसाइटी ज्वाइन की थी, बहुत
Okay.
willingly.
Baki Varsha ma'am, I have
हाँ.
heard your recommendation. I will recommend this to the Shidzat people, and I'm sure they will act on this.
No, please. But I have did singing on request of my students in the campus also. I did that. So मैंने अपने बच्चों का पूरा ख्याल रखा है, उनकी बातें हमेशा मानी है, but not at podcast.
ठीक है ma'am. Okay.
Okay.
Today we'll let you go easily.
Yes,
Okay,
please,
ma'am.
thank you.
Then which teacher, according to you, is updated with every gossip in college?
ये बहुत गलत कर रहे हो श्रेयांक. I know the name, but I will not take.
All right, ma'am.
So no comments,
Even I
no
know the
comments.
name Ratnam.
Then no comments from my side. Ask Varsha ma'am.
No, but even I can't take the name.
बस
Okay,
ठीक है
then
मैम.
skip the question.
Okay, ma'am.
Why you did not ask this question from Varsha ma'am? Very bad.
Sorry, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I think
Uh,
that's the last rapid fire for you. Best book you've read.
um, I read economics books बहुत ज़्यादा, ठीक है, मैं novels और उसमें अभी बहुत into नहीं हूँ. तो
Right.
actually मैंने classics पढ़ना शुरू किया है, तो मैंने एडम स्मिथ की वेल्थ ऑफ नेशंस पढ़नी शुरू की है. वैसे मुझे बहुत पहले पढ़ लेना चाहिए था, पर मैंने इनिशियली इसको स्टार्ट किया था और बीच में छोड़ दिया था. तो आई एम जस्ट गोइंग बैक ऑन दैट बुक, और जिस वक्त मैंने स्टार्ट किया था बहुत ही इनिशियल स्टेज ऑफ माय एकेडमिक लाइफ शुरू हुआ था, तो आई आई हैड अ लिटिल लेसर इंटरेस्ट इन दैट बुक. but now I'm finding it very interesting. So that is something I would say ki I would not say best book, but yes, currently I am enjoying this book. So let's complete it and then decide it's the best book or not.
Okay. All right, ma'am. I I can't thank you enough for this conversation. I had a lot of fun talking to both of you today. And
अब
yeah,
नहीं भी
just
फन आया तो यही बोलोगे.
अरे मैम, मैम
नहीं,
ऐसी
मुझे
बात
तो
नहीं है.
मजा आया.
मेरे को काफी मजा आया मैम. आई होप दैट यू टू आल्सो लाइक्ड इट.
Yes, we did like
Yes,
it.
yes,
But
yes,
and if it
yes.
podcasts, then I don't know how much I'll like it. I might start to disassociate from what I have said over here.
ओके मैम.
Do some editings. जहाँ जहाँ ज्यादा बोल के ना, please do some editings.
यस मैम, श्योर. ठीक
And
है.
Flow में आ
my
जाते हैं ना.
standard disclaimer that everything I said, I actually don't remember, and I suffer from selective amnesia. So do broadcast this that I suffer from selective amnesia. So if you're gonna talk about, if you're gonna ask me anything regarding this, I might not be able to answer.
All right. Okay.
Copy pasted.
Yes, ma'am.
Consider
Ma'am.
copy pasted by.
All right. If thank you everyone for whoever's listening and who's reached till here. Thank you so much. Thank you to both our
God's
professors for
patience.
being.
45 minutes. 45 minutes we spoke, and if some poor soul listens to all of this, kudos to that person. Thank you.
Thank you
Really,
so much.
thank you from both of us.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you to both of
Uh,
you as well. I don't know who listens to this or who might not. I had a lot of fun. I'm not even
Yes.
joking.
same here, Shank. Same here, Shank.
Yes. Thank you all for listening. And if you do attend Varsha ma'am and Ratnam ma'am's online class, please let them know in the chat box how awesome they were. This was Shreyank. Thank you so much, teachers. Thank you so much, everyone who's listened so far. This is Shreyank from Alfaaz. We will be back very soon with a fresh new episode. So, see you soon. Thank you.
Thank